What's going on there, friends? My name is M. and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 3DS. We're off top last time. We came back to our home area, Kokiri Forest, and we are here in the Secret Forest Meadow where Saria is not here this time around. Man, you know, this is supposed to be our secret hiding spot whenever we meet each other, but anyway, what's more important is this place right here. So we're going to go ahead and, now that we have the hook shot, we can go ahead and head up here and then go inside. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Forest Temple. This is the first dungeon that we're going to go ahead and take on here as an adult. And so all these dungeons are known as temples. And so, the temples in this game, they are much harder than the dungeons that we took on as Child Link. So we are going to be expecting these episodes to be longer than the episodes where we took on the child dungeons, because they are that long. They are more complex and they're a lot longer to do. So let's go ahead and see what we got. First things first, you want to make sure you go up there because well, you're gonna keep going here, and then yeah, there's a locked door right there right off the bat. So that's something you want to make sure you don't forget. Very easy mistake to make as we're going through the dungeon here. Okay, so as soon as we enter this is kind of like the main room. Oh man. Well, that's crazy. Alright, so those ghosts, the Poes, have taken the torches away in order to access this right here. That's unfortunate. So there's a few different options that you can take, that you can approach as an adult, but really, if you really want to go anywhere, at least if you want to open yourself up with the game's overworld, you want to come to this dungeon. There is one other dungeon you can do first, because we also technically have the items to take on that other dungeon, but I choose to do this. Oh wow, we got Wolfos here. Okay. Alright, there we go. So with the Big Goron sword, these guys are really easy. So this is the power of the Big Goron sword. I don't think the game really intends you to have the Big Goron sword this early. So a lot of the enemies that we're going to be taking on here are relatively easy. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this fairy. I hope it didn't... Okay, there we go. Yeah, the fairy can go out of bounds and it becomes unobtainable, which is unfortunate if that happens. Alright, so we have 2 fairies in a bottle to work with here, which is fine. We don't really need a second fairy, but it doesn't really hurt. At least I don't need one. Okay, so there's 4 different areas to go to. That was one area. We're gonna go to the next one right over here. That one over there is inaccessible. So we're gonna go over here now. Alright, so I will say right now... Oh, what? This guy in this place? Okay, that's insane. Alright, but these guys are a lot easier if you use Deku Nuts. And also with the Big Goron sword, these guys are a little bit easier. You're supposed to wait till they're vulnerable, which is by not shielding. And then you can hit them, and then you can also use Deku Nuts, but they will deflect. They will block your Deku Nuts. So you can just use Deku Nuts when they're about to attack, and then it stuns them. So otherwise they are a pain because you can't see it, but they just did 2 hearts of damage to me, and so that's a lot of damage. Alright, so this place. I'm not really super fond of this room. I will give it that. They made this room a little more complicated than in the original version. In the original version, it was kind of tedious. But now this time it's you have to do a little bit more thinking. So we're gonna go ahead and head over here. There's a ladder right there, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that later. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this. I believe you move this all the way. So Navi basically points out that you just have to follow the arrows in order to know where the blocks go. And then notice how this first block, I didn't actually push it all the way. You have to like kind of push it over here, so that way. Otherwise, if you push it all the way, then then you will not be able to move this block all the way down over here. So we're gonna go ahead and head up this way and see what we got. Can't do anything about this, so we're gonna go ahead and head on down. So we saw a ladder earlier, so we're gonna go ahead and see what this ladder is about. Okay. This will take us down over there. If you notice all those like weird sounds, yes, there are enemies in this room. And you just don't see them yet. They make some really creepy sounds. Alright, so I believe if we push that block right there, we should be able to. That's enough for the other block that we tried to push earlier to be pushed down. I will say that this is actually that we have now come to the point where this is the farthest I've played up to my original playthrough of Master Quest. So from here on out, things will get a little bit semi-blind with the dungeons. I do have a practice file, so I am playing off of a practice file in order to know what to do in these these dungeons. Okay, so go ahead and hit this switch right here, and this will give us a thing where you can hookshot onto. But also not only that, but there is one somewhere down over there as well. So we go ahead and head up this ladder. It's a ladder, not a ladder. Ladder means something else. And then we have a locked door. Oh yeah, and then we also have these enemies right here. I believe these enemies, they're called bubbles, which is kind of odd because they're just skulls made out of fire, not bubbles surrounding them. But look, we have a nice little hallway over here, and coming up we have this room. But also this room is, well, somehow in this. We get the boss key pretty much right from the get-go. Normally in Zelda games, the boss keys don't come in that easily. Like, they don't give you the boss key that easily. But you get the boss key. Oh my god, that was scary. You don't normally get the boss key that easily, so. I don't know if if temples later on will give you the boss key that easily, but you definitely get the boss key a lot later in the original version of this dungeon. Alright, right there you can get hearts if you need health, but I'm not going to go over there. It's just not worth it. So now, we're in a room that, well, we can't really get to. Well, we can't really access this room. But this is one of the normally this is one of the rooms that you could explore at an earlier point in the regular version of the dungeon, but this time no. Alright, so we're gonna go and head over here. Oh, it's locked in. Oh my god. That is, alright. Alright, so actually, there's something I learned very recently, and that is that if you walk, these things will never move. So I'm going to walk as close to it as I can, right in front of it, and it's not going to do a thing to me. You notice how it's like shredding, or it's like I don't know what it's doing, but it's shaking and it's a little creepy. But yeah, we got Redeads in the Forest Temple this time. Who would have thought? On my when I did this as a when I went through this dungeon as a kid, and on the regular mode, this dungeon was really scary. That little hand enemy that we saw earlier, that was one of the reasons that creeped me out when I played through this dungeon as a kid. Those are called wall masters, by the way. They're very, very mean. Alright, but anyway, heading over here, we are now taken back over here, so you go and hit this crystal switch, and then that hallway changes. Okay. Alright, so now we're back over here, and you can go through this room again. However, we now have a shortcut, so we're gonna go ahead and take advantage of it. Oh, and then also these blocks just move as well, so that way we can go ahead and head over here. And then now we're already halfway up to this room again. So that was very convenient. In anybody who remembers the regular mode knows that you actually had to go through this room again when you actually took a loop back over here, which was a pain, but I'm glad that they changed that this time. That was annoying. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about those guys. But look, it's all twisted. Isn't that a little crazy? Okay, so we're back over here now. And if you haven't gotten that key earlier, then you probably should now. Well, then you would be stuck pretty much. Okay, this is a crazy looking room, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use Fora's Win here, and this will actually save us some backtracking later on. Okay. Ooh. It's a picture of one of the pose. Let's see, what happens if we go through here? Oh, we're locked. Oh, hey! It's, okay. It's one of these guys again. Oh, God. Yeah, these guys hurt. They do 2 hearts of damage. Crazy. Oh, no! Come on! Okay, there we go. Alright. Yeah, so you can actually, yeah, you can do more hits at a time with the Goron Sword. So it's a really fast weapon. It's so fast and powerful. That's what I like about it. Ooh! Okay. So, we got more of these guys here. Woo! I can't believe it! Oh my god! These guys hurt. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh. Well, that's why we picked up the second fairy right there. 'Cause I did not feel like using up my first fairy. So, wow. I didn't think they hurt that much. I had 4 hearts, just for context. I had 4 hearts when he did that move. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like I said, we are gonna be you are gonna be expecting to see some deaths here, and that was one. Well, it's not really an official death because I got revived, but that sucks. All right. Anyway, our reward for that, for defeating those Stalfos, was the fairy bow, and the fairy bow is it's a really powerful weapon. I really like this item. I'm actually going to backtrack here. You're going to notice I am not going forward to the next room. And you're going to see why when we actually go to that room. But for now, we're actually going to backtrack. I could use Fora's Wind. I could have set Fora's Wind back at the main room. But I feel like this is more. I feel like setting Fora's Wind at that particular room that I set it on is more efficient. Because I feel like you have to go back there, and it takes longer to get back there than over here in the main room. I mean, yeah, it did take a while to get over here, but I just think this is more efficient. Okay, two different ways. I think I'm gonna go over here. So these doors here, they were accessible in the beginning in the original version, but now this time these are blocked by those eye switches that you can only use your bow. Since we can't use our slingshot, we have to use our bow this time. Okay, what to do in this room? Go ahead and head up here first and see what we got. We got a gold Skulltula. Alright. So there we go. Take care of that. And what is up there? Oh, that's not good. Alright, you know what? Oh wait, hold on. I need to put my sword away. That would help. Okay. That's fun. There we go. And then take care of you. Bye-bye. Okay, no more distractions. Alright, what do we got in here? Okay, alright, so I know what room this is. Okay, I got mixed up with the other room. So we're actually... so I went into the wrong room, but that's fine. So we're just gonna head over here next. So once again, hit that eye switch. So that way you can go inside this door over here. And okay, this is the room that we're supposed to be in. Now, interesting thing about these Deku Babas is that they give you Deku nuts or Deku sticks, even though we cannot use our Deku sticks at all. Isn't that kind of crazy? Okay, there used to be a little cheeky shortcut. But I don't think it works this time because I believe the chest is just placed ever so slight. Well, it's placed like very like. I guess it's different. I guess they place it differently because there was a cheeky shortcut that you can do in the normal mode where you can hook Shance's chest and it skips having to do a bunch of things. But they have changed that. Okay. Hear that? Go on and head over here, and this is our next gold Skulltula. There we go. So I believe that is also note of reference for every temple has 5 gold Skulltulas, so we just got 3 out of the 5. So we need to go ahead and look for 2 more in this case, and they're relatively easy to find. Okay, right here you want to go ahead and look down, and there's an eye switch there in the well. And it drains the water. So we could go and fall in this well and take damage, which is not good. And we get ourselves a key for our efforts. Alright. Alright, so then you need to head over here to the other side of the well, and we have another gold Skulltula. And there we go. So now we need 1 more left. You can also hookshot on these vines, which is something I've been doing, but I didn't really point it out. But this kind of cuts out a good bit of climbing, because climbing is really slow in this game. Okay, so this is not where we're supposed to go, I think. I'm just gonna go ahead and head back to the other room, or to this room right here, and see what we got going on here. Because I believe what we need to do about... Because I think there's more that we need to do about this. Oh, and then of course the enemies just respawn. Alright, oh, okay, I know what to do. Alright, so we need to... hook shot onto this next. And then we actually need to play the Song of Time. And we need to do this a bunch of times, which is, again, really repetitive. I guess that's just part of the difficulty in this mode. Alright, so I believe we go ahead and do this again. And so we gotta go and jump across. Did I make it? Yes, I made it. Alright, go and kill this guy. Oh yeah, Skulltulas are easier to deal with the hookshot. Really nice, powerful weapon. That's why the hookshot's amazing in this game. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we still can't make it over there. So we'll just have to make our way back. Alright, so we now have 2 keys, and I believe now with the 2 keys, we can go ahead and continue onwards to where we need to go now. So the warping point that I set earlier, this is where it is helpful. So now we're actually back over here, so that way we don't have to travel all the way over here again. Okay, now for this part. We have to go ahead and shoot down these pictures, and there's a particular order that we have to shoot these pictures in. So it's this. You're supposed to stand far away, but I like to do this. Yeah, you don't want to go too close up to these pictures, otherwise these pictures are guaranteed to disappear. And then now we go ahead and fight one of these guys. These are known as Post Sisters, and they all have a name. This one I believe is named Beth. I don't really, I don't know the all 4 of the names off the top of my head, but it's not really that important. Anybody who remembers Oracle of Seasons, then the Post Sisters were Amy and Beth. So there were 2 Post Sisters. This time we have 4. And that's a lot of Post Sisters. It's kind of crazy. But we have to go ahead and defeat all 4 of them in order to get to where we need to go, which is the bottom of this place.